वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश च ॐ आख्यानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुभीष्टसपूरकं गुरुगणैराशीषसम्भूषितं चिन्ताचिन्तसमस्तवेदनिपुणं श्रीरूपपन्थानुगं गोविन्दाभिधम् उज्ज्वलं वर्तनं भक्त्यन्वितं सुन्दरं वन्दे विश्वगुरून् च दिव्यभगवत्प्रेम्णो हि बीजप्रदम् देवं दिव्यतनुं सुचन्द्रवदनं बालार्कच्छैलाञ्चितं सान्द्रानन्दपूरं सदेकवर्णं वैराग्यविद्यां बुधिं श्रीसिद्धान्तनिधिं सुभक्तिलसितं सारस्वताराम्बरं वन्दे तं शुभदं मदेकशरणं नासीश्वरं श्रीधरम् श्रीसिद्धान्तसरस्वतीति विदितो गौरीयगुर्वन्वये भातो भानुरिव प्रभातगगने यो गौरसङ्कीर्तने मायावादतिमिङ्गलोदरगतान् उद्धृत्य जीवानिमान् कृष्णप्रेमसुधाब्दिगानसुखं प्रदातप्रभुं तं भजे। नमो गौरकिशोराय भक्तवधूतमूर्तये गौराङ्घ्रपद्मभृङ्गाय राधाभावनिषेविने वन्दे भक्तिविनोदं श्रीगौरशक्तिस्वरूपकं भक्तिशास्त्रज्ञसम्राजं राधारससुधानिधिं गौरव्रजाशिताशेषैर्वैष्णवैर्वन्दविग्रहं जगन्नाथप्रभुं वन्दे प्रेमाब्धिं वृद्धवैष्णवं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। पंचतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। नमो महावदान्नाय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरतुषे नमः। Sashtang Dandavat Pranam to all the exalted Vaishnavas, servitors, devotees worldwide serving at the lotus feet of Om Vishnupad, Śrīla Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj, and Om Vishnupad Śrīla Bhakti Rakshak Śrīla Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj. So, to all our friends, well-wishers, your Hardik Namaskar, welcome to our Friday evening Sangha of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram. Although we are broadcasting for worldwide, but this is where we are trying to practice and be part of the Sangha here. So I have with me Sripad Arun Krishna Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam Arun Krishna Prabhu, welcome.
Dandavat Prabhu, Dandavat to everybody.
Hare Krishna. So we are continuing to read from our publication Religion of the Heart, and then we will continue reading and share with everyone. If anyone wants to follow along, we will pick up from where we paused last time. Krishna's flute has its own freedom. So we were reading about Krishna's flute. Here Gurudev is talking about the freedom that Krishna's flute has. So, because remember, everything is fully conscious, and not just conscious, Anandamaya. So, full of ecstasy. So, We shall begin reading here from this point on. This is Gurudev. Then Guru Mahārāj said, Gayatri Murali. Krishna's flute is not only a bamboo stick. It is not just made of metal, but it has its own life. It is Chetan. It has a conscious form. It is a conscious living being. Krishna's flute has its own desire and its own freedom for the service to Kṛṣṇa. Everyone has freedom. Kṛṣṇa has given freedom to everyone. So Krishna's Murali has Ishta Kirtana Dhanam. Ishta Kirtana means a desirable Kirtan. Krishna's flute has freedom to perform its own Kirtan. And this is how Krishna's flute will be happy. Sakhi Murali Vishal Chachidra Jalena Purna Laghurati Kathinatvam Granthila Nirasasi Tadapi Bhajasi Shashvat Chumbanananda Sandra Harikara Parirambha Kena Punyodayena. This is from Vidagdha Madhav. Again, these are very high literature, so I haven't read them, but this is from the lotus lips of Śrīla Govinda Mahārāj. So we are simply reading what he is saying. Back to Gurudev. This shloka of Śrīla Rupa Goswāmī praises Krishna's Murali because Krishna's Murali has its own life. It is performing its own Ishtakirtan. Ishtakirtan means a desirable and palatable song. And I can see this everywhere. I can see this in everyone's eyes. We have Radharani's Hidden Glories is the next session, next title. The glories of Radharani are fully exposed in the Garga Samhita. I have seen this in the Garga Samhita at least 1,000 times. The Garga Samhita was written by the great sage Garga Rishi, who is the guru of the Yadukul, Krishna's dynasty, and a friend of Parshuram, as well as many other big exponents of Vedic mantras, such as Atri, Chavana, Sharadvan, Arishtanemi, Bhrigu, Vasishta, Parashara, Vishwamitra, Angira, Dvapayana Vyasa, and Bhagavan Narada. All these old rishis were present when the Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken to Parikshit Mahārāj. Vedavyas himself said this. Atrira Vasishtash Chavana Sharadvana Arishtanemira Bhragurangirascha Parasharo Gadi Sutotha Aram Utatya Indra Pramudedam Madhavan Pramudedam Madhavo Medatithir Deval Arishtane Arishtasheno. It's in English, so I have to. Arishtasheno Bharadvajo Gautamah Pippalada Maitreya Aurava Kavashah Kumbhayonir Dvapayano Bhagavan Naradascha. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam. It's a very beautiful verse. Actually, two verses. I made a big mess of it. Let's see. Atrira Sishta Chavana Sharadadi Arishtanemira Bhragurangi Rashcha Parasharo Gadhi Sutotharam Utatha Indra Pramadedha Mavaho Medadithir Devala Arishtaseno Bharaddajo Gotama Pippalada Maitreya Orava Kavasha Kumbhayo Nadvapayano Bhagavan Naradascha. A little better because I'm reading Devanagari now. Anyway. Even though, back to Gurudev, even though all these senior rishis were present at the meeting of Mahārāj Parikshit, when the Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken, Dev-Goswāmī did not fully expose Golok Vrindavan and the glories of Radharani. They were all friends of Garga Rishi, but Vedavyas didn't expose very much of Radharani's glories. He only exposed a small amount of her glories. He didn't give her glories the way Mahaprabhu did. The Garga Samhita. Next section reads Garga Samhita. I was very surprised when I opened the Garga Samhita and found the words Radha Patiyana Radharava. I have never seen these words anywhere except in the Garga Samhita. The stories of Krishna Leela we heard from our childhood have all originated in the Garga Samhita. Some other Puranas have presented some stories, but most of the stories of Krishna Leela originated from the Garga Samhita. Actually, I was inspired by Shripad Madhusudan Mahārāj, who is a god brother and sannyasi disciple of Srila Guru Mahārāj, to publish the Garga Samhita. He had been searching for a Bengali edition of this book throughout the whole of India but failed to find one. He was very excited when he noticed that there was one available in my cupboard. As I myself had not noticed it. It was then that I first read a little bit of the contents to find Garga Rishi had fully mentioned everything that would be impossible for us to relate. When we try to conceive what Vyasadeva looks like, we picture him as someone with at least a 4 or 5 foot long beard. But when I opened the Garga Samhita, I was surprised to see Garga Rishi expression of Vedavyasa's pranam mantra as Vadaravana Bihar Satyavataya Kumara. So Kumar means a young man. This expression Satyavatyaha Kumara or Vadaravana Bihara will not come to our mind, but his pranam mantra came as a realization to me that I am only recognizing Vedavyasa's form in his old age and not remembering his childhood as Satyavatya Kumar, the son of Satyavati. Rupa Goswami Prabhu followed this process very nicely. In every pranam mantra of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he refers to him as Shachi Nandana, the son of Shachi Devi, Shachi Nandana. In the pastimes of Mahaprabhu, Shachi Devi is always mentioned first within the pranam mantra. And we are habituated with this, but we have not considered the same process with Vedavyas as Satyavatya Kumar or Vadaravana Bihar. When I read this, I was very impressed. I read a few pages and thought of Madhusudan Mahārāj cannot print it. I shall try to print it with the help of our devotees. Finally, I feel Garga Rishi chose me to publish the Garga Samhita as I asked Shripad Sagar Mahārāj to do it, and he was able to do it. The full-fledged theism that was given to us by our Guru Mahārāj is fully mentioned in the Garga Samhita. Vrindavan Leela's virtual place and position has originated from the Garga Samhita. Ved Vyasa has mentioned everything in the Srimad Bhagavatam, but very cautiously. Shukdev Goswami was just a 16-year-old boy. So how much could he express in front of them? So in front of them, just a pause, front of them, like all the Angira, Rishtanemi, Pippalada, Dwapayana, Vyasadeva, Bhagavan, Narada, they were all there. So Gurudev is saying, well, he's a 16-year-old boy, and the Vedic culture is such, you know, that if seniors are sitting, they are present, then you. So that's what Gurudev is mentioning here. Back to Gurudev. Shukdev Goswami was just a 16-year-old boy, so how much could he express in front of them? Even though they were all highly qualified in Madhura Rasa and they could not taste what Shukdev Goswami had given. Vyasadeva himself commented about Shukdev Goswami that after hearing the pastimes of Krishna Leela, he became mad with ecstasy and then went back to his father to hear about the rest of Krishna Leela. He had not presented in full. What is given in the Srimad Bhagavatam is the gist of Krishna Leela, and it is sufficient. No other scripture can cross over the prestige of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Ved Vyas himself and other rishis have mentioned in other Puranas that it is a full manifestation of Sri Krishna. We can see the glorification of the Srimad Bhagavatam in this way, so we cannot deny the highest prestige of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Shukdev Goswami has given the gist of what he hesitated to reveal in full in that assembly, and in that way has fulfilled the desire of Lord Krishna and Radharani. Just to pause here, I remembered as Gurudev is speaking here, so that verse which Srila Shukdev Goswami began of Parinishthito Pinair Gunya Uttam Shloka Leelaya Grahita Cheta. That's how he begins. Rajrishe Akyanam Yadadhitavan. So that's how it begins. He says, although everyone knows, even those great sages in the assembly, they knew that right from birth, Shukdev Goswami is Nirgun. He is above the modes. He has nothing to do with this world. He doesn't even want to cover himself or feels the need to cover himself. He doesn't. Grahita Cheta. But even though that is so, it says, upon hearing Uttam Shloka Leela, and that sweet movement of the infinite, I have been captured. So now everyone is thinking, then that movement cannot be of the mundane type. That Leela cannot be of the mundane type. So then what is he talking about? So then he starts to talk, but he laid the foundation like this. Very nicely explained by Param Guru Mahārāj and Gurudev. So this is also to those who think that Brahma realization is all in all. Yeah. So, but he's saying that I was Brahma realized from my birth. Yet the Leela is capturing my heart. It has captured. Grahita Cheta means my entire being has been as if attracted uncontrollably and captured. So he is confessing. Grahita Cheta Rajarsha Akyanam Yadadhitavan. And so please all of you listen, what I have to say and what is to be said. So like this 16-year-old boy, he began to speak Srimad Bhagavatam. Back to Gurudev, says, next section title, very nice. Mahaprabhu came to give the glories of Radharani. Mahaprabhu came to give the glories of Radharani. He came to give honor to what was not given in this material world before. Anarpita charim chirat karunna atirna kalau samarpaitam unnattojjala rasam svabhakti shriyam hari purat sundar duti kadamba sandipita sada hridaya kandare spuratav vasachinandana. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela. And not only did Mahaprabhu give honor to what was not given before, he gave honor to what was not given in any material universe as well. And there are millions of material universes in the sky. Nowhere were the glories of Radharani given before Mahaprabhu came. And this is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said clearly, if you will search for evidential records of this, you will be considered foolish. Because the Srimad Bhagavatam is the junior most scripture with the senior most thought. Hare Krishna. The junior most means it has been written after all the Vedas, all the Upanishads. So therefore junior most. And senior most thought. It is. You are muted.
Prabhuji, yes. I think there is a principle in our Sanatana Dharma that I have heard, that the Sanatana Dharma scriptures are not prioritized based on time, senior, old or new. The Sanatana Dharma scripture is only based on, valued on the content. And many people in India miss this point. It is the message that is contained there that is the most important part, not when it was revealed. Yeah.
Very aptly said. And I would add to that a little bit more to make it like 100% clear, is the substance, the potency is living. And it is the principle of worship is to follow that. The living substance, living potency. It is never something that can be captured in any book.
Mm-hmm.
What is time? It cannot be captured by anyone, by any entity. Why? Because we are talking of infinity. So, the law book Manu Samhita. When people say this is the de facto law book, all the vyavhar, all the sanskar, they have been codified. Although we may argue that we cannot find the original, and then, but that's a separate argument. Even in there, when people go, it speaks to the inquirer in such a way. It says, if you have come, I will tell you the laws and the etiquettes and everything else that you need to know, all the vidhi you will know. But if you want to know real religion, then hridyena bhyanugato yo dharmastam nibodhata. Then it has to be, you have to find that living substance and potency in the hearts of real devotees. That's where you will find real religion, and you need to get it from heart to heart transmission. That is the only way to get it. This is said by Manu Samhita, जो कि हमारी codified law book है. But nobody ever tells anyone about this. It is living, that living substance and living potency that we are endeavoring to worship. Never something that has been, it's in that book, so we'll just go refer to that book. What does it say? And we'll follow that. No, hridayena bhyanugato. It is the religion of the heart. Truly, it is the religion of the heart. So, like you're saying, time also you remove, and all these other artificial considerations have to be done away with slowly, peeled away slowly, and then you will find in the deepest core of your heart, Gauranga Sundar. That's why I say Sada Hridaya Spuratau Shachinandana. So it is also a benediction to all, whoever is reading, that may he be established in everyone's heart. So with this I would like to pause, and then we can have some Hariharai, and then we pick it up next week. Awe, would you like to come?
Okay.
So we will have the real leaders, the Kirtan people.
Will it be too loud if we use the kirtans? Maybe it's too loud. I can stand over here.
Sit down. Good job. And then you know how to change the phone.
Yes.
Us wale se.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Bhaja Shri Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda.
Bhaja Shri Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda.
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Hariharaya Namah Kṛṣṇaya Yadavaya Namaha.
Shri Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namah
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namah
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana
Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra
Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath
Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath
Ichhai Gosai Kori Charana Vandan
Jai Shai Gosai Kori Charana Vandana
Jaha hoite Vignana Shabishta Puran
Jaha hoite Vignana Savishta Purana
Ichhai Gosai Jar Muitara Das
Ichhai Gosai Jad Muhitara Dat
Tasavara Padarenu Mora Panchagras
Tasavara Padarenu Mora Panchagras
Tandera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanevas
Andera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanevas
Janame Janame Mora Abhilash
Janame Janame Moraya Vilas
Ichhai Gosai Rabe Braja Koilabas
Ichhai Gosai Dabe Braja Koilabas
Shri Shri Radha Krishna Nitya Leela Korila Prakash
Shri Radha Krishna Nitya Leela Korila Prakash
Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan
Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavana
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayaman
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Madhyayamana
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyat
Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Narottama Das
Nam Sankirtana Kohe Narottama Das
Hari Haraya Namah Krishnaya Yadavaya Namaha
Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar.
Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar.
Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar.
Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar.
Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Gaur. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Paribrajakacharya Varashtottara Sata Śrīla Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Śrīla Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj ki jai. Jai Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Mahāshaya ki jai. Jai Vishwarenya Śrīla A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Acharya Vrinda ki jai. Saraswat Mat Seva Vrinda ki jai. Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. The recently concluded Sri Govinda Mela ki jai. All the assembled devotees ki jai. Jai Sripad Arun Krishna Prabhu ki jai. Our production team, Abha Devi Dasi, Lavanya Sundari and Nanda Kishore Prabhu ki jai.
Jai. Prabhupada Jaram Prabhu ki jai.
Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Om.
Hari Hari Bol.